Hey guys, it's Lainey here with Steel Strength Training. I'm the nutrition specialist here at Steel, and today I want to talk about dessert. All right, if you haven't watched my video already, go ahead and watch the video on sugar and baking first. Kind of goes into the science of sugar and how our bodies react to it, what it does to our bodies. This is helpful to know before talking about desserts, kind of like the baseline of the pyramid. All right, first thing I want to say, all desserts, they are not created equal. All right, there's a very big variety of different desserts in this world, and some are 90 calories or less, all the way to thousands of calories, all right? They are not created equal. Some are going to break the bank as far as calories goes, and some are going to be, good things to finish off the day to satisfy that sweet tooth. So, first thing I want to preface with, sorry Finn's in the video, I know he's in all of them. Let's talk about diet culture and how it can promote a restrict and binge cycle. All right, so in our diet loving culture, we tend to live our life mostly in the binge cycle where we don't care at all what we eat and we're just surviving, eating what we want, not tracking our calories. And then we're surprised when we gain weight. So we go on a restrict diet, and all we eat is lettuce and salmon. This is just an example. And you have no dessert for days or weeks or however long it is. And then you get sick of it because all you're eating is the same type of thing. You're not having a variety of different foods. And then you just give up, and maybe you're not seeing the benefits on the scale that you like as well, and you just are like, you know what, on weekends or this day I'm just gonna go crazy and I'm gonna eat as many cheesecake slices from Cheesecake Factory as I can, and I don't even care. And then your metabolism is like, what the heck, because you did not have any sugar, you did not have any desserts for days or weeks, and then you eat 1,000 calories worth of it in one day, and your body doesn't know how to handle it. So this is what I want to avoid, because this is what can really throw off your blood sugar, it can throw off your metabolism, and it's just not good for consistency's sake, which is what we really want to focus on in the world of nutrition and health, is consistency. So that's what we don't want to do, is restrict, especially dessert or things that are sweet. And then when we get sick of it, we go on rampages where we eat so much dessert that we have a stomach ache for days. And you know about those. They're not fun. We've all had them. So, what are good dessert options and why? Well, something that I've gotten into this week is the Unreal desserts, all right? I hope y'all can see this. I seen them in the stores. I was a critic. I was like, you know what? Who cares? They're probably not that good. Then I looked on the back. I looked on the ingredients. And it's made with organic ingredients. It has real cane sugar, and it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup. It has real food. I'm not saying it's picture perfect. Probably not as good as if you made it at home. But we're talking about a Snicker bar here. This is a makeshift Snicker bar with less calories and with almost homemade like ingredients, okay? Only 90 calories for one bar. And one bar is kind of like a fun-size Snickers. But I bought these because they were BOGA at Publix, and I was like, you know what? I'm not really going to make a homemade Snickers bar. That's just too much, but I really like them. So if you ever see these in the store, these are pretty good options. They're under 100 calories, which is great. And they're very satisfying because they're pre-packaged in little fun size options. And that really helps as far as portion control and moderation. So if you see them and you want them, get it. Another thing, as far as desserts go, anything that's like cheesecake, cake that has a bunch of flour, and then it also has cream cheese, it also has sugar icing, Anything that's mixing lots of cream, lots of sugar, lots of flour, those things, they're not bad on their own, but those combined together in a big amount, that's going to add up in calories, and that's why you see so much calories with things like cheesecake, even though it doesn't have crazy amounts of sugars compared to other desserts. Still has sugar, still has a good bit of sugar, but why it's so high in calories, especially at somewhere like Cheesecake Factory, is because cream cheese alone has a lot of calories because of all the fat. So you're having a ton of fat, you're having a ton of sugar, and you're having, I don't know what else is in there. Probably flour, I don't know. But those combinations are really going to add up as far as calorie goes. So that's the dangers when you see anything that's like molten lava cake. You know, you're combining very high calorie things into one thing. That's going to add up quick. So as far as calories and dessert, how do they fit together? Well, if you are counting your calories and you know, hey, I have done really well today, I've eaten all my protein and I'm done for the day of eating, or I finished my meal, whether it's you like to have dessert at night or at lunch and you want something sweet, those are the times to let yourself have something that's around 100 calories for dessert, because that way it's almost like a reward. You've done really well, your body has gotten all the protein it needs, you've used up all the calories that you need as far as protein goes, you've done good, you feel like you've eaten enough today. That's the time to have a little dessert, okay? It's not going to spike your blood sugars as much because you've already had your meals for the day. You've already finished your meal. I think it's good to have those type of things after a meal instead of on an empty stomach. All right. So that's kind of what I'm promoting here, is like ending a meal with a sweet thing. It doesn't mean that it has to be a huge slice of cheesecake from Publix or a huge slice of sugar cake from Publix, whatever it is. All right. We can have lower calorie desserts. We can have ice cream, homemade ice cream. I talked about that on the baking episode. Me making that at home is really easy, and it sits on my gut way better. It has no high fructose corn syrup and all the crap that they add in desserts today. Versus when I buy Bluebell or something like that, I feel terrible and I have a lot of lactose. I thought it was lactose response to ice cream after I eat it, but it actually wasn't the lactose, guys. It was the sugar, the high fructose corn syrup, all the processed ingredients that was causing my gut to have a bad reaction to dessert. So if you ever feel bloated after something like that, definitely try homemade versions of things and lessen the sugar a little bit, and that can help with those symptoms. I know some people have raw milk ice cream, okay? If you want to know my thoughts on raw milk, or at least an educational video on raw milk, watch my video on it. But there is a lot of health benefits to raw milk, especially in just drinking milk in general. But if you have ice cream, that is great. Raw milk ice cream, you can add in a little nutrients as well. So I'm a big ice cream girl. Those are going to be my desserts of choice. Things to avoid, I've kind of already talked about this. Anything combining high calorie things, anything that's processed, if you haven't caught on to that drift already. But those things are going to add up quick as far as calories goes, and they also are not great on your gut and your health in general. So we really want to avoid those things if we can. So yeah, I hope this is freeing. I hope this really answers questions, because I think we think when we're in diet mode that we can't have ice cream, we can't have dessert, but that's really just not the case. We can have dessert, we can have sweets if we are being good and we're getting enough protein and we are making an effort as far as our meals go, okay? We can live a happy life, you guys. We don't have to live in pain, but we do have to live responsibly, and we do have to control our portions. So with that being said, I hope you make some cookies. I hope you make some homemade ice cream, and I hope you enjoy it responsibly. And I hope to see you in the kitchen soon, as well as the gym. Have a good day, guys.